Hey everyone, this is David from New Meta. Wanted to talk to you today about my most anticipated figures of 2026. These are the 5 figures I am most excited for. I believe, coincidentally, that they're all listed on my website as well. So if you're interested in these two, go to gonewmeta.com, take a look. Hopefully you are as excited as I am for them. I know there's a lot of good stuff coming out this year. So these are just the 5 from a couple different lines that I'm going to enjoy the most, or I'm at least looking forward to seeing and getting them in my hands. So let's start this off with my number 5 for 2026, and that is from Transformers. We're going to go with Onslaught. So I'm a little new to the Transformers stuff, but my understanding is that Onslaught is kind of the central piece of the Bruticus. I keep wanting to say Build-A-Figure. It's not a Build-A-Figure, it's a combiner. Different genre. So he is the central piece of the Bruticus combiner. And so we've already got Brawl, Vortex, and Blastoff, I think, are the other 3. So Onslaught's the big central part. And then you're going to have, I think later this year, we're getting Swindle, which I could say that too. But, Onslaught's the big one. I think that's the leader class, I want to say. Transformer that brings them all together. So I think I'm very excited to get this one done. I did the Aerial Bots and Superion. I got the Devastator done all last year, so I'm hooked on these combiners. So that's why I've got Onslaught as my number 5 for 2025. Or, sorry, 2026. All right, jumping to number 4 for 2026. Now, you would think I might put a Marvel Legends figure a little bit higher on this list, since it is my favorite line to collect. We don't have a lot of information on 2026 releases for Marvel Legends at the moment, so I'm going to go with what I know. It is a figure I do have in various forms, but I am very excited, incredibly excited, for this old school Ghost Rider figure coming out, I think, in not too long. We should have that up for pre-order, I want to say in a couple weeks even. This is a figure that's near and dear to me because Ghost Rider is one of my favorite superheroes. I have read the majority of the comics. I'm a big fan of all the different versions. But this is one we don't have. We don't have that blue motorcycle. We've got Johnny Blaze, like kind of more modern motorcycle look. We've got the Danny Ketch motorcycle. This is that like original blue. I think for me this will be a great central piece to like my Ghost Rider display come Halloween time. So I'm excited for this figure. I hope you are too. And you can get him at gonewmeta.com. Now we are at my number 3 for 2026 most anticipated figures, and it is going to be Boss Fight Studios' Hellboy. I haven't actually ever opened up anything from Boss Fight Studios before, but I'm a huge Hellboy fan. I love the movies. I'm gonna get into the comics. I think the character's a lot of fun. I think the figures look really cool. They're supposed to be very like kind of comic book accurate, and so you're getting a Hellboy, you're getting kind of a pig creature of some sort, and then Lobster Johnson, who I also know of. But that Hellboy figure I think looks really cool. I'm excited to get it. I think they're coming out with an accessory pack for it too, which I'll probably grab as well. But yeah, that Hellboy from Boss Fight Studios, it's up there. It's kind of one of the more intriguing figures on my list, for me at least, for 2026. Number 2 for 2026 is going to be SHF Spider-Man. So I actually opened my first SHF figure just the other day. I opened up One Piece Zoro, and it was awesome. I've been missing out. Let's just say that. So I am fully in on anything SHF now. I want to get more. I want to collect more of these guys. The articulation and the design is something I really haven't experienced too often. So to take one of the characters I really care about, Spider-Man, and see him in SHF form, I am very excited for that. I'm jumping on the hype train. I know a lot of people have already pre-ordered this from me. You can also pre-order it from me on gonewmeta.com. Another plug. But yes, this is one that I wasn't sure I was going to go in on, but now that I have experienced some SHF, I'm bought in. Let's check him out. So that Spider-Man, he's number 2 for 2026. And now we are at my most anticipated figure for 2026, and I pray to God it comes out in 2026, so fingers crossed. It is Mythic Legions Horror of Einsammal Garmir. That is the werewolf figure that Mythic Legions is doing. It is their first werewolf figure they've ever done. Hopefully they have more sometime in the future, because I love werewolves. I'm all about big, bulky, like monster creatures. I've got a couple werewolves from Loose Collectors that are awesome. So I'm like, hey, if we can take that and see what Mythic Legions, who makes the best figures on the planet right now, see their take on a werewolf. I'm all for it. I can't wait. I might get multiple. I don't know. It's one of those figures that I think is going to be on my shelves for maybe, I don't know, the rest of my life. At least for for a couple years, along with my other Mythic Legions. But this is a figure I am definitely excited for, and I can't wait to get it in hand. So that is my list for most anticipated figures of 2025. This list could probably change, and I imagine will change in like maybe even a couple of weeks. Who knows what Marvel Legends drops next? We haven't heard much from them on releases this year, so I'd like to get more from them. Abomination looks cool. Obviously, we've got Emma Frost that's down the pipe. It's that Target exclusive kind of crystal version. But other than that, we haven't heard much from them. And I'm sure McFarlane's probably in the same boat. So there's a lot that could come. So we'll see how this list changes in a couple weeks to months. But for now, that's what I'm going to go with as my most anticipated figures. Now, all of these figures should be up for sale on GoNewMeta.com conveniently. So if you are interested as well, go take a look. Use New Meta 100, I think will get you 10% off on your order. And click here to watch a tour of the toy store or any of the other videos I have on YouTube right now.